So my partner, she gave me these street photography challenge cards, and we're going to be using the blur. So we're going to be shooting on the Canon R50. I do have an adapter. That way I can use the 18-200. All right, so I'm a person that I like my images like really dark. So we're just going to go ahead and use these shadows here coming from the trees, and we're also going to use these pockets of light to try to paint something with our blur challenge. We're just going to set a slow shutter speed. We're going to do it at 1/8, which is what it recommends here on the cards. One way to create blur is to physically shake the camera. Definitely try looking for places that have like very high contrast levels, so that way you get more of that painterly brush look. Damn, I feel like I hit the jackpot right here. We're gonna go ahead and experiment. We're gonna do some close-up shots, but I'm also a big fan of just kind of getting like wider shots, just so that way there's more context into exactly like what it is that you're filming. Oh, I'm excited. I found a really cool spot. Check that out. All right, you think I can do it? I think I can. Street photography, it teaches you patience as well. I know it might be like a little weird just kind of like capping out in a spot for maybe like more than 15 minutes just waiting for something to happen, but I think it's totally worth it. Just waiting for people to just kind of come into like the frame at the right time and then taking that picture there. So got lucky, found myself a little red beacon there. I also see some yellow here, but I don't really think that one's gonna really pop up. I was completely wrong. The yellow actually was like my favorite image to warp. So this is a pretty good spot right here. I can tell you right now off the bat that this church is gonna be blown out. But if I can get these trees in the frame of it, it's going to be like a nice contrast there as well too. Give some context to what sort of the area is. I also really like this little face here that's going on, the two eyes, mouth. We're going to play with it, but this is going to be really interesting. All right, so that's it for hitting the streets. I got my iced coffee. I'm a basic person as well too, aside from being a street photographer. And yeah, just gonna go home, gonna go eat some breakfast with my gal, show her what I did thanks to her. And in the next episode, I don't know, I'm gonna pick another card and we're just gonna keep going from there. So that's me. I did want to take this time and show where I'm getting the cards from. It is coming from the Street Photography Challenge. They are made by a gentleman by the name of David Gibson. What it says here on the box is 50 cards, tips, tricks, and ideas to reinvent your photography. Highly recommend. And I also wanted to make mention that my images that I showed on here, they were for demonstration purposes. What I wanted to demonstrate was that every time that you slow down the shutter speed, you probably may have noticed, but the highlights and the whites would get a little bit blown out. That's because every time you slow it down, you are allowing more light to come in. You probably also saw that I had to make some compensation there with the aperture. That's mainly the thing that I was kind of playing around with. I kept my ISO at 100 for most of the time, but oftentimes that's not enough, especially if you're shooting in like direct daylight, let's say like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If you would like that to not happen, what I do recommend is you getting an ND filter. They're also known as a neutral density filter. So they're gonna go over your lens. They're gonna essentially keep the highlights and the whites protected, so that way you're able to make those compensations, such as slowing down the shutter speed and not having a blown out image. In a professional setting, such as a wedding, this is relevant if you're wanting to get, let's say, the shot of the bride and the groom standing in the middle, and you wanna blur out their wedding party as they walk past and around them. So you're gonna implement this technique. You're gonna use your ND filter to preserve the highlights and the whites, and you're gonna get a nice, properly exposed image with a nice blur trail straight out of the camera. You'll be able to show that directly to your client, and they'll be happy to know that they hired the right person for the job. Now, I also wanted to Apologize for being a little bit rude. I did not introduce myself at the beginning of this video. My name is Julio Copelly. I have been a photographer for the last 15 years, and I would like to share my knowledge with you guys. In the links below, they are my profiles. Follow them, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next episode with more helpful insight. Later.